Okay, so the last thing that we need to do is to actually graph the counts that we've obtained here in order so that we can visualize the data set. Okay, I mean, being able to numerically see the counts is nice, but what we really want is a visual representation. Okay, so in order to do that, all right, the first thing that you want to do is to select that column. Okay, but actually don't select the column unlike we did before. Just select the counts that we have here. Okay, so start from count and then go all the way down to our last value. Okay, and then go to column. This is under the under charts on the Excel version. There's a similar tab for the PC. Okay, or for the Mac version, there's a similar tab for the PC. Okay, go to charts and then go to charts and then column and then clustered column. Okay, this first option here. Okay, and it's gonna put in our count. Okay, let me move this down here. Whoops. Let me move this down here so we have room to see it. Okay, so here's our histogram. Okay, now we don't really need this label here that's telling us the count. We know that this is the count in each one of those categories. So I'm going to delete that. Okay, and then I don't really want to call it count. Let me change the name. I'm going to call it histogram. Okay. And then the last thing, okay, is that you'll notice that right now, what it's plotting on the horizontal axis is actually the bin ID. It's plotting which bin it is. So for example, it's saying that there is one individual falling into our first bin. Okay, and that's correct. There is one individual falling into our first bin. Okay, but to make it a little bit more useful, what I would really want on the horizontal axis are the endpoints of the bins. Okay, I want to know that there's one person falling between $20,000 and $22,000 worth of income. Okay, so how do I do that? Well, in order to do that, I need to first create another column, a new column that's going to record the name of the bin. Okay, and then I need to associate that with the graph. Okay, so let's create this new column. So I'm going to say that this column is going to be equal to, okay, our bin left. Okay. And then this is that ampersand notation again. I'm going to put in ampersand. I'm going to put in quotes space and then 2 and then space and then end quotes. I'm going to do another ampersand and I'm going to say bin right. Okay. And you'll notice that here's let me scroll over. Here's what it did for us. Okay. It now creates a little value, a little string, a little tag saying 22,000 to saying 20,000 to 22,000. Now you'll note that there's a problem. Okay, our original income values here were out to a very number of decimal points. They weren't rounded. Okay, so we actually need to tell the computer to round this as well. That's okay. So just go into here and instead of saying J2, just say round and then J2. And then you have to tell it how many decimal points you want it to round to. Let's just round to the nearest unit. Okay, so I'm going to put 0. So it's going to round to 0 decimals. It's going to round to the nearest whole value. Okay, and same thing here. Instead of just K2, I'm going to say round K2, and then how many digits, comma, 0. And press Enter. Okay, and there's that nice label for us. I'm going to update that all the way down. Okay, so now we've constructed our labels. And then now all I need to do is go down to this graph here. Okay, I'm going to select one of the bars. Just go ahead and click on any of those bars. Okay, right-click that and say Select Data. And say Select Data. Okay, I'm just going to give you this little box. And for this Category X labels, do you guys see this Category X labels? It's currently empty. Okay, you're going to select our bin names. So you're going to select here through here. Okay, just drag that down. Excel will identify those files. Again, then press OK, and you'll see that we have this lovely label. Okay, now some other things that we can do, okay, just to make it a little bit prettier, are we can increase the size of the histogram, just make it a little bit more visible. Okay, and then finally we can make these bars a little bit wider across, okay, so that they actually fill up the full range. That makes it a little bit easier to read. In order to do that, just click one of the bars and then right-click, go to Format Data Series. Okay, and then for the gap width here, instead of being 150%, type in 0%. Just change that width to 0. Okay, and then you'll see that these bars actually fill up this whole range. Okay, and there's the histogram just like I showed you at the beginning of the videos. Okay, I hope you guys are able to do that. Okay, if you're having some trouble, just take it step by step. If you get stuck somewhere, just call me over to your group and I'll help you guys out. All right, and thanks for watching.